Hey PocketSuite Pro, are you planning on using the forms and contracts features here at PocketSuite? Well, then you are in the right place. In this video, we are going to talk about forms and contracts, kind of surface just some facts for you about both of these things, compare them, and deep dive into each one individually. So if you're planning on using forms and contracts, you've come to the right place. Okay, let's talk forms and contracts. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a general overview of all things forms and contracts. So both of those things are great in our system, right? A contract is just a statement of maybe policies or different kind of rules and procedures that you want your clients to be aware of. But the only thing that they're going to do is sign, right? So anything that you create that's a contract is going to have an area where you can spell whatever it is that you want to spell out for your clients, and then they will only be required to sign it. Okay. Forms, on the other hand, I want you to think of in terms of like medical intake forms, right? Where it's just a series of questions that your clients are going to be required to respond to. Okay. So in the contracts, you're just going to type up your policies, procedures, rules, and your forms, you're going to create a lot of the questions that you need the answers to for your clients. We do have pre-created defaults for both of those based on industry. So check them out. They are all editable, right? And we're going to get into it when we get into the forms and the contract playlists, where we kind of deep dive and I show you how to set those things up. But just know that when you add from defaults, you don't have to be kind of married to what's there. You can always change whatever you need. Okay. Also, these are all kind of stored digitally. Okay. They all are going to live when your client submits a contract. There's actually going to be two places where you can go and look for them, right? So the first most obvious place is on your home dashboard right here. You're going to have this banner that appears. It says forms with any forms that were submitted, in this case, month to date, because that's where the time period is, right? So you can get to it from here. And see the answers that the client put. The other way to get to these forms, if maybe that month has come and gone, right? Because it does default to months to date. So if you were trying to kind of look further back, you can always go to client profile. And if you select the client in question, let me see here, Kenny T, and you tap on history, you'll see that there's the form and contract that he filled out right there. You just have to tap on it to see the questions where he responded. And the same thing with contracts. You just tap on it to read. Okay, and you can print it straight from your phone. The contract you can. The forms are easily done from the desktop version. Just right click and print. So, but they are stored digitally. It's like having a little manila file on all of your clients just right in your pocket. So super, super powerful. You are able to attach forms and contracts to settings. Let me do that again. You are able to attach forms and contracts to services. In fact, this entire section here under what goods and services do you provide, if you tap on settings and you go to that section, basically all of the things here, services, packages, subscriptions, classes, anything you select, when you select it to edit, at the bottom, there will be a place where you can attach a form and a contract. Okay. So in services, subscriptions, packages, everything that you're making to offer your clients. Another place you can attach forms and contracts is online booking. If you tap on edit checkout, you'll see where it says requires form. That's where you attach a form. If you see where it says requires signature, that's actually a contract. You can add a contract. So different places. Now, the limitation is your clients will only see one at a time. Okay. So the preference is whatever is at the service level is going to take precedence over maybe something that you attach in the edit checkout, for example. Okay. So just so you know that. But you can attach them to different places. Attaching them will automate them, okay? So you can only attach one at a time. The workaround for maybe if you have, for example, 2 contracts, you can always kind of merge them and put all of the information on one document and have them sign it once. If you have 2 forms, for example, each with 15 questions apiece, you could actually create a super form with one with 30 questions. And that's only if you need it right at the same time, right? Like all at once. You can stagger them by using smart campaigns as well, which we go over in another video. But just so you know that is kind of a limitation, is there is only one form and contract that you can attach to each item, okay? Now another, attaching them to these, let me start over. Okay, so attaching forms and contracts to different places within the app allows you to automate this process. So any forms and contracts that you're constantly having to manually kind of send out or just remember, you can actually automate them by attaching them to the different places in the app. Okay, when a client submits the forms and contracts, they're going to live either under the history button. So if you go to the client's profile and you tap on history, it's going to live in there. And if forms and contracts, or from your home screen, from your home dashboard, if you tap on forms and contracts, you'll be able to see it there as well. So lots of good things with forms and contracts. The next couple of videos will actually deep dive into each one of these, and we're going to show you how to set them up and how to tweak them, how to add from defaults, all the things. Okay, so I will see you at the next one.